let's talk about first sessions because they can be kind of intimidating, right? You're coming to a person you don't know yet, sharing vulnerable parts of your life, and maybe it's your first time even in counseling and you're not sure how the process even goes. It requires a lot of courage to have your first counseling session. So if you've made it that far, congratulations. I want to put your mind at ease and give you some clear expectations about that first session. A first session is really about information gathering and relationship building. This is a time where you get to know your therapist and your therapist gets to know you. You've likely completed paperwork prior to going to the session. And so in this first session, your therapist is probably going to ask you a lot of questions just to get more detailed information about your answers and to ask you further questions about the things that you've already shared. They're going to want to hear how you share it in your words, what you're currently thinking about, how intense is that from your perspective. They're going to want to hear about what are your hopes for your time together and clarifying those goals, clarifying what brings you to counseling. So that's going to be a large part of the first session, if not the entirety. Sometimes it takes multiple sessions to even just get through that information gathering portion. It is normal to come to a first session and to feel nervous and to find that maybe you talk a lot and you maybe are just kind of word vomiting, if you will, and just trying to get it all out so it's fully understood because maybe you've been holding this in for a while, or maybe you just want to make sure they understand the whole picture. And so you talk a lot, and that's normal. It's also normal to not be able to talk, to feel surprisingly locked up and unable to speak. And this is okay because it's your therapist's job to guide the session. It's the therapist's responsibility to help you open up and to ask you great questions that can lead through that session. So you don't have to feel the responsibility to navigate the session. You can just rest and show up. The other thing is that it's normal sometimes to have an unexpected emotional reaction, maybe to cry, maybe to express more anger than you wanted to show, maybe to just any feeling that comes up. Sometimes we're not fully ready to show that, and yet it does show up. So I just want you to be prepared that all of this is normal on a first session. And it's also normal to be nervous at the start, but to feel comfortable by the end. If your therapist is a good fit for you, you're going to feel fully heard, you're going to feel safe, you're going to feel understood, you're going to feel that they're interested in you and that they want to understand things from your perspective, that they want to understand the full picture. And you're also going to want to feel that they are competent to help you. So you also are coming to this first session to find out if it's a good fit for you. Not to be trite, but sometimes finding the right therapist is like trying on a pair of shoes. And every shoe is not going to be the perfect fit. And that's okay. If it's not the right fit for you, that therapist can give you another great referral. And you don't have to worry about protecting their feelings. This is a partnership, and it's an intimate one. And so you want to make sure that you're comfortable to continue the journey together. So if you need a referral, don't be afraid to ask. If there's any other questions that I can answer for you, go ahead and drop your questions below. I'm more than happy to help demystify the process of the first session.